How you doing? I just wanted to vlog some of my reflections from last week. Last week I was ordained 4 years, 4 years the minister of Trinity Presbyterian Church, Grey Alley. And at a couple of meetings I was just talking about this, and in some other conversations with people recently, one person asked me the question, when did you begin your training for the ordained ministry? And I thought about it a little moment, and I said, I began my training for the ordained ministry in 1989. And I could see them working this out in their mind. Well, that's a long time. Why did it take so long? And in that conversation, I said to them, well, I believe God began to train me for the ministry in 1989 when I went onto the building site as a young apprentice, fairly wet behind the ears, 16 years of age, out into the world. I didn't go out there as a Christian. I wasn't a Christian then, and I didn't realise God was shaping and moulding me in those years. It wasn't until 2000 when I became a Christian, when I gave my life to Christ, that I realised that God had been working all through my life, shaping me and moulding me and giving me experiences that would help me today. And in 2000 then, obviously when you become a Christian, you want to seek God's will, you want to understand what God has been doing and what He wants to do in the future. And I worked for 8 years, running my own business, working in the building industry. And then I went into theological college in 2008, and boy, that was an immersion into the world of theological education, and I was not prepared for university. I left school at 16 with a handful of GCSEs, and I really felt I was up to my neck and then some in this academic world. But a good bunch of colleagues, and with God's help, we got through that and got a degree and was ordained as a minister. I thought becoming a minister, we've been working full-time ministry, would really help with the juggling that many people experience as they seek to serve the Lord and balance their work and their life, their family life and all of these things, and serving the Lord somewhere in the middle of all of this. And I can remember those days when I was in the Boys Brigade and Youth Club and helping out with music and things at church. And I just thought coming into this job would be much easier because it's serving God. But what I found out is this: there's aspects of my job that don't seem that spiritual. We're at the minute working through the accounts for the Charity Commission. We're doing all the legislation, the new legislation for data protection. We're trying to prepare our buildings for the public to come in and have concerts and things like that. And there's lots of admin and lots of stuff that just doesn't seem that spiritual at times, and you're wondering, am I serving the Lord in this, or what's going on? But then you also, in my life, I have my hobby of motorsport, and that can become a distraction at times, to be honest. I have my family, Ruth, and the boys, and so you do find there's still a lot of juggling going on. But I remembered a verse that I read a number of years ago, and it was helpful for me, and I hope it could be helpful for you too. It's from Colossians chapter 3. And it's a verse that says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. What I discovered, and what I need to keep reminding myself of, is everything that we do, we are serving the Lord. It doesn't matter what type of job you're in, whether it's a secular job or a ministry job, or if you're training, you're studying at university. It doesn't matter if it's theology, if it's something for teaching or engineering, or whatever you're studying for the Lord. You're working for the Lord, whether it's in a factory or a shop or wherever that is. Everything that we do is for the Lord. It's not for men. Men may pay us. We may have employers and all of that, but we are serving the Lord as Christians in whatever we do. So I hope that will help you with that juggling of serving the Lord. You're serving the Lord in everything you do. Now, unfortunately, I can't help you with how to juggle time, other than to sit down and try and apply all the time to all those things, because there's all those things in our lives, and apportioning time is up to every individual. There's still a little bit of juggling to do there. But you're serving the Lord in all of those things as a Christian, and don't be distracted, and don't feel guilty about not serving the Lord enough. Serve Him in all that you do. And just as I was thinking through this, I had a few thoughts in my mind. I had a little bit of feedback from the last vlogs that I did about a year ago. So I'm going to do another series of vlogs, but this time I'm going to try and focus on the various different jobs that we do and the various different hobbies that we are involved in. Some people I know do things, and I believe there's little spiritual, biblical connections into those. So over the next few weeks, if you keep an eye on a Monday or a Tuesday, depending on when I can get the vlog recorded, I'll put it up on Facebook. And I trust that you'll be blessed just as you think of the various ways we serve. But be blessed by Colossians today. Whatever you do, you're working for the Lord. Okay, take care. See you in a few days. God bless.